Welcome to Stoic Reflections. Today we're diving into the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, exploring how it can help you stay strong, calm, and resilient in the face of life's challenges. If you're ready to master your own fate and transform obstacles into opportunities, you're in the right place. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us bring you more valuable content. Also, we'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below with your insights or questions. Let's embark on this journey together. Principle 1. Listen twice as much as you speak. Have you ever wondered why we have 2 ears but only 1 mouth? According to Epictetus, this isn't a mistake or coincidence, but has a clear purpose: to help us avoid falling in love with our own voice. Instead, we should fall in love with listening to others. We grow in life not by repeating our own words, but by learning from others. So, from today, start paying more attention to what others say, and less to what you've been holding on to until now. Principle 2. Always expect the worst. One of the biggest causes of anxiety is believing that bad things will happen in the future. We fear that our children will drop out of school, that we'll lose our jobs, that our spouse will leave us, or that something else terrible will happen, like going bankrupt. The problem is, one day we fear one problem, and the next day, another. Life not only gives us good and happy moments, but also reserves some inevitable problems. This causes ongoing stress. Here's where Epictetus comes in with his drastic but effective advice. Imagine that all these things you fear have already happened. What could be worse? This way, your mind will develop coping strategies to move forward with your head held high. Principle 3. Prepare to fail, because it's the only way to progress. We do everything we can to avoid looking foolish, but Epictetus has a different view. According to him, being seen as foolish is one of the best things that can happen to you, as it's the way to truly improve both professionally and personally. Overcoming challenges isn't the result of a quick reaction, but rather the result of a long process of trial and error. Through mistakes, we refine what keeps us from excellence. Principle 4. Be aware of the dangers of fortune. Wealth comes with a stigma that few can escape, and it's not just about people trying to benefit from your fortune by pretending to be your friend. Money can change people, and not always for the better. When we have wealth, we discover something within ourselves that we didn't know was there, and this can poison our spirit as we lose moral values. Principle 5. Don't put all your hopes in one dream. We are naturally inclined to diversity, so there's no reason to put all our hopes in one dream. If that dream fails, it could be devastating. Epictetus encourages us to pursue many dreams, as this will increase our chances of success. Principle 6. Always remember that death is waiting at the end of the road. This isn't meant to make us pessimistic, but to make us aware that death is the final destination of all our actions and efforts. With this in mind, we might start to question whether it's worth spending 20 years of our limited life saving for a house that we can't take with us when we die. Just as we carry essentials like our phone and credit cards, it would benefit us to carry a small notebook with these Stoic principles. Thanks to them, we'll no longer see setbacks as misfortunes, but as part of life, helping us make better use of our time. Principle 7. True wealth lies in a contented spirit. Epictetus had a particular view of happiness, and it's reflected in one of his famous phrases: "A wise man is one who doesn't fret over what he doesn't have, but rejoices in what he does have." This isn't just a thought. It's advice to stop feeling bad about what we lack and instead appreciate what we've already achieved. A truly rich person is, above all, a happy person. Principle 8. Incorporate humility into your life. If you really want to learn, you must first acknowledge that you don't know everything. Epictetus encourages us to be humble, especially when it comes to learning. Walking through life with pride in our knowledge distances us from true understanding, which comes from recognizing our ignorance. This way, we approach everything with the curiosity and wonder of a child. Principle 9. Guilt is a plague. Narrow-minded people blame others. Ordinary people blame themselves. But the wise see all guilt as foolishness. Today, therapists often view guilt as a feeling to be eliminated. The only way to win against guilt is to refuse to engage with it. The temptation to blame others or ourselves is hard to resist, but only those determined to overcome it can avoid guilt and still take responsibility for their actions. Principle 10. Make alliances with winning people. It's funny how we quickly move away from someone who sneezes near us fearing infection, but we're not as cautious about avoiding one of the most harmful influences we face daily. Epictetus advises us to surround ourselves with people who inspire us to be our best. People's behavior greatly affects our mood. Some drain our energy, while others lift us up. One of the smartest decisions we can make is to align ourselves with those who bring positivity into our lives and distance ourselves from those who don't. Principle 11. Never forget that your reactions shape your destiny. Our reactions are crucial, as they determine our success or failure. Epictetus taught that we can't choose what happens to us, but we can choose how we respond. Misfortune can strike anyone, but what we do in response makes all the difference. For some, divorce means falling into depression, but for Epictetus, it's a golden opportunity for self-discovery. Remember, your life isn't about what happens to you, but what you do with it. Principle 12. Always fulfill your duty. Each of us has a role in society, just as the sun rises every day without needing praise. We must fulfill our obligations without waiting for thanks or recognition. If we know our task and are aware that others depend on it, it's our duty to carry it out without needing reminders. Principle 13. Don't hate those who hate you. Ignore them. You're bigger and better than those who criticize or despise you, so don't waste your time hating them. They don't even deserve a place in your thoughts. Don't fear those who try to harm you. Their noise is just a sad attempt to hurt you. Ignore it and become immune to it. Principle 14. Bet on simplicity. Why live simply when we can surround ourselves with luxuries? The answer is simple. Wealth requires effort and energy to maintain. In contrast, a simple lifestyle frees us from the pressure of paying bills, loans, and credit cards. Principle 15. Don't let others control your emotions. Anyone who can make you angry becomes your master, but only if you let them. Epictetus helps us understand that we hold the keys to our happiness or our emotional ruin. We give the key to ruin to those who make us angry. The solution is to build a barrier that keeps us from being affected by others' attitudes, as we are responsible for what we listen to and react to. Principle 16. Friendship is above wealth. True wealth is found in genuine friends who will be there to support us if we ever lose our material wealth. Invest in cultivating real friendships. They're a long-term investment that pays off. Principle 17. Always find the benefit in every situation. Whatever happens, it's up to you to turn it into something positive. Instead of dwelling on setbacks, focus on what you can learn or how you can grow from the experience. This mindset will take you further than simply lamenting over challenges. Principle 18. Stop worrying about what's out of your control. You control your opinions, but not your reputation. You have the desire to seek, but you can't control how much success or wealth you achieve. Worrying about things beyond your control is a waste of time. Epictetus calls us to focus on what we can change and let go of what we can't, leaving it to fate. In addition to being incredibly useful for everyday life, Stoic principles are teachings that can help us navigate tough times with resilience. They don't offer fantasies, but practical advice for moving forward.